What's good, y'all? It's Iheem Banks and I'm back with another highly requested video from you guys. So obviously most of you guys, you probably, trade using prop firms, and I get a lot of messages saying, which is the best prop firm, which prop firm should I use? I'm going to show you guys the top 10 prop firms that you should be using, according to Prop Firm Match. So Prop Firm Match is the website that I'm going to be using. Most of you guys have probably heard of them. So this is pretty much where I get all my information. If I'm looking for like a prop firm or anything like that, this is, where I would actually go to. What I'm going to do today in this video, I'm going to show you guys on Prop Firm Match what the best prop firms are, and I'm going to give you guys my own review of these prop firms. So I'm going to tell you guys the prop firms that I use and that I think you should also use as well. We're going to start off looking at the challenges section, as you can see on here, but we're going to be focused on the 50k account. Most people usually focus on the 100k, but what I've seen is that a lot of traders usually start off with a 50k funded. So in terms of challenges, most people usually use a two-step challenge. That's usually the model that most people use. Obviously in 2025 you now have instant funded, one-step, three-step models, but we're just going to be focused on the two-step model for today because that's just what most people actually use. According to Prop Firm Match, the best prop firm in terms of challenges is actually Funding Pips. They've got a pretty good profit target of 6% in the first phase and another 6% in the second phase. So basically all you need to do is get about 12% increase and you're pretty much sorted. They've got a daily loss of 3% and they have a max loss of 6%. Personally, I don't like that. I don't know how I feel about max loss of 6% because you could easily go on a free losing streak. And if you're risking 2%, you've blown the account. I don't like that. I prefer more of the 10% model. So like the Fivers, for example, they've got a profit target of 8% with a 10% max loss, which is what I personally prefer. So as you can see on here, you've got, the 10 prop firms that are showing on the screen right now. You guys can look through the screen. You can pause this video and read this yourselves. In my opinion, just based off challenges, the best prop firm is actually Funded Next. The reason why I say that, I really like their Stellar Light model. So you only have to do 8% in the first phase and then 4% in the second phase. So I would personally go with them. Funded Next is number one, but according to Prop Firm Match, Funding Pips is actually number one. There was a time I would have said Funding Pips was number one because they do have a pretty good price. I've heard of Maven. I've not really heard the best things about Maven, but if you want to be safe, I would go with Funded Next, Alpha Capital Group, and Funding Pips in terms of challenges. So profit split is where a lot of traders will actually look at as well. It looks like most of these prop firms, they have an 80% profit split. I don't really know any that have below that. Obviously you can increase it depending obviously what you select. So Funding Pips, I'm pretty sure you can go up to like 95% or something like that. Obviously payout frequency is also important. From what you see, most of these is usually about 14 days or 21 days. A lot of them it is also 30 days, but I feel like the average is about 21 days. So Funded Next, for example, is 21 days, but I'm pretty sure there's an option where you can do it every 2 weeks. Obviously with Funding Pips, you can have an on-demand or weekly, which is pretty good. But at the end of the day, if you're not making money, you're not going to get any payouts anyway. In my opinion, payout frequency doesn't really matter. And then most importantly, the price. I feel like, this is what everyone's been waiting for, the price. So as you can see on here, 50k account is $200, which isn't terrible. I feel that's pretty good. If you can't afford $200 for a 50k account, you should probably go get a job. The most expensive on here is the 5%ers. I wouldn't actually recommend it. $500, I feel like you can put your money in over better prop firms in my opinion. Alpha Capital, pretty good prices because one thing about them, I know they do pay out. So I know they're not just gonna withhold your payouts or anything like that. I have seen some cases where they do that, but I feel like if you follow the rules, you're gonna be fine. Funded Next also have really good, I would advocate for Funded Next because that's who I mainly use, I would say. And then obviously you guys can see on this list and then you can pick which one you want to use. But personally, again, I would actually recommend Funded Next, Alpha Capital, and Funding Pips. But in my opinion, I feel like the one thing that we should actually be looking at is the reviews. You're gonna have to see whether, this prop firm is good based on other people's opinions. Because if somebody's saying it's not good, if most people are saying it's not a good prop firm, then why would you go with it? In terms of trading conditions, actually, the 5%ers actually end up beating the rest. Quite a big margin, in my opinion. 0.1 is a big margin. So most people who use 5%ers, they say they have good trading conditions, as you can see with the 4.8. And I actually would agree with that. I know this spread is pretty good, so I would actually advocate for them. 5%ers beat they beat everyone in everything at this point. They've got very good customer care, and they've got a very good payout process according to the reviews, which is pretty good. And then E8 Markets, I didn't expect this actually. They are number 2 in terms of the second best. I actually didn't expect that at all. So they got 4.7 in trading conditions. I don't know anything about E8. So if you use E8, please let me know. I don't really know much about them when it comes to trading conditions. FTMO I thought would be higher. FTMO was the king. I would still put them number 1 of all time, because obviously since I started trading, since my journey and everything, FTMO was, they started this whole prop firm. So FTMO will always be the OG, but I did expect them to be a bit more higher. Funding Pips have a pretty good review. Yeah, they've got a lot of people that like them as well. I don't get the hype, and as you can see, 4.2 in the amber for trading conditions. I absolutely agree with that, because honestly, I have a story. When I used to use them, I don't know what was going on. When I get in a trade, I would get wicked out. I don't know, and then when I'm looking at a different prop firm, I'm not wicked out in there. I don't know what's going on, but personally, I wouldn't recommend Funding Pips. But Funded Next, very good trading conditions. It does depend on the pair you're trading. If you mostly focus on GBP, JPY, the spread is a bit large, I'll be honest. I don't really like that when it comes to Funded Next. But every other main pair, so major pair like GBP, USD, Euro USD, gold, for example, very, very, very good spreads. It's about 1 pip difference. It's nothing crazy. I think it's even less than that. So I know 5% is for sure. It's definitely less than that. So I would recommend 5%. I've not used the rest of these firms except from Alpha Capital Group. They've got really good spread as well. I would actually recommend them. They are in the amber as well for trading conditions. So I guess other people don't agree with me. Do your own due diligence. Go on Prop Firm Match and actually read all these reviews and go through all the firms, the challenges, see which one is the best for you. I wouldn't say there is a best prop firm. Everyone has, their advantages and disadvantages. But if I did have to pick a top 5, I would go with number 1, FTMO. They're the OG. For FTMO, you're going to get your payout. They're not going to scam you. They've been in this game long enough. I would say I will put Funded Next number 2, 5% is number 3, Alpha Capital Group number 4. Maybe I might just slide Funding Pips there as number 5, as my top 5. I hope this video, will help a lot of you guys out. So if you want to see more videos, literally just let me know. Slap a comment in there. Message me on Discord, join the Discord, link in description, and also check out Prop Firm Match. I would say everybody knows Prop Firm Match. Check them out, link in description as well, and I will catch you guys in the next video.